Micron, the maker of basic DRAM chips, the building blocks of all memory.
美国晶片大厂不断占据财经版面，尤其今年5月惨遭中国大陆封杀，禁止关键产业采购美光的产品。
About 25% of Micron's business revenue comes from China markets, and about half of that revenue is at risk given the CAC decision.
美国参议院多数党领袖舒默率团前往北京访问，与中国大陆国家主席会面，也传出美光成为其中讨论议题。
China's upset with the Biden administration's very smart prohibition of selling certain types of chip manufacturing equipment to China. But we're going to stick up for Micron.
目前全球3大记忆体晶片，包括南韩大厂三星、SK 海力士，还有美光，就囊括90%以上的市占率。外界担心中国大陆的封杀令会让2家南韩大厂的市占率快速增加，但专家却对未来的市场发展很乐观。
What I'm going to find really interesting is when we get back to the boom days, and Hynix and Samsung can't fulfill all the volumes. You might see China diving back into Micron and suddenly lifting any restrictions.
成为美中晶片战下的牺牲者，美光就怕坐以待毙。除了在印度展开布局，更将未来20年砸下高达1000亿美元，在美国扩增新厂，号称将展开美国本土最大的晶片厂计划。
The new fab that we're building in Boise, Idaho right now, that we're just poured concrete on in October, will be over 600,000 square feet, so over 12 times of the size that you see behind me. In addition to that, in New York, we're going to build 4 of those 600,000 square foot fabs for a total of 2.4 million square feet.
会需要这么大的厂房，就是美光主要生产的是记忆体晶片，不论是中央处理器还是绘图处理器，都需要大量的记忆体支持。尤其生成式 AI 的热潮，也带动记忆体晶片的需求量。今年美光的股价就大涨超过30%。
At the turn of the century, memory used to be about 10% of semiconductors. Today, it varies from 25 to 30% of the total global semiconductor industry revenue. Anything that has compute requires some amount of memory. This trend of AI, memory enables deeper insights, and that makes AI smarter. So as AI gets bigger, memory gets bigger.
强调在 AI 热潮当中抢下先机，包括新一代的 HBM 记忆体晶片就成为推动 AI 运算的关键。科技研究机构预估，到了明年，记忆体晶片的价格可能还会再上涨30%。
The large language learning models and other things like that continue to increase large demand. We're now moving into things like FaceTime, higher resolution images, movies on demand. All of that requires more and more memory to be made available.
虽然看好需求量，但就怕美中晶片战再度遭殃。加上拜登政府力拼晶片本土制造，纽约4间新厂预计明年动工，2027年就可以展开生产。
Today, only 2% of the world's total memory production, DRAM production, is coming from the US. And all of that comes from Micron's fab in Manassas, Virginia. With Micron's investments through CHIPS support in Boise, Idaho, as well as in Syracuse, New York, that 2% over the course of nearly 20 years will be changing to about 15% of the worldwide production coming from the U.S.
在晶片法案以及纽约州政府的经费补助之下，美光计划未来20年要把美国生产的晶片市占率从10%增加到将近60%，要把遭到中国大陆封杀的危机转变成带动美国记忆体晶片制造的转机。TVBS 新闻综合报道。
想看最完整的新闻内容，记得下载TVBS 新闻网 APP。